Shalom to the nation of Israel. Firstly, Kol Halayla, Yahweh Hashem, Mashiach Yahushai. The Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, which is the correct name of God. Yahweh means He exists. You say Bahashem, which in Hebrew means in the name. And then you say Yahweh. So Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, the Heavenly Father, in the name of His Son. And I'm back here with another lesson. And really this lesson is going to go into detail on respecter of persons. And the reason why I want to go into this lesson is because in Israel, you see a lot of man following in this ministry. And man following is absolutely sickening, especially in wickedness. And I want to go into the book of Job, and then I'm going to go to other biblical verses. So this is going to be Job chapter 32, starting at verse 21. It says, "Let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person." Alright, so Job is basically saying, let him not be a respecter of man. It says, "Neither let me give flattering titles unto a man." Right? And that's something that you don't want to do. You don't want to give these different flattering titles to men. Okay, that's what the word says. It says, "For I know not to give flattering titles. In so doing, my Maker would soon take me away." So Job realized that he knew that it wasn't good to give flattering titles to a man, because if he was to do that, he knows that the Creator would soon take him away. All right, and this is wisdom, because these titles can puff up a man. And not only just titles, but it can also go into someone respecting man. And men follow. Right? We're meant to be courageous. We're not meant to be men followers. So let's go to I believe it goes into depth on that, how the Most High is not a respecter of persons, because that's why Yahushua is so great, because he's not like these other men that respect other men in the sense of being a respecter of persons. And that's the beauty of the Lord. The beauty of the Lord is that the Lord not only is not a respecter of person, but he's not in awe in any man's greatness. I believe that's in Wisdom of Solomon. Let's see if I can find it. I believe it's in Wisdom of Solomon 6. Hang on, let me wait for this to load. But yeah, the Lord is not a respecter of person. Let me see if I can do that. Okay. So, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, reading at verse 7. It says, For he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's person. Alright, so Yahweh Shai is not gonna fear any man's person. And that's very self-explanatory. It says, neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness, for he hath made the small and great, and careth for all alike. Alright? Just bear with me 1 second. And careth for all alike. So Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, one of his characteristics is he fears no man's persons, meaning he's not going to have a character of being biased or not being fair. Right? The Lord doesn't have that characteristic. Now men do. Okay. If someone from Africa was gonna get beamed up and someone from Asia was gonna get beamed up, they're gonna receive the same coin. If someone from Italy got beamed up and someone from London got beamed up, they're gonna receive the same coin, the same celestial bodies, right? The same amount of spiritual power. Okay, the Lord is not gonna be like, you know what, the Israelites in this part of the world, I'm gonna give them more spiritual power than the Israelites in this part of the world. No, the Lord is fair. Okay, that's something that we have to come to a realization. So yeah, that's one. Let me see if I can find it in the New Testament. Bear with me. Let me just pause this and find it. Romans, the 2nd chapter, the 11th verse, it says, for there is no respect of persons with the Most High. And that's one beautiful thing about the Most High. He's not a respecter of person. And that's one beautiful thing I love about the Lord. He's not a respecter of persons. He's fair, he's just, and righteous. And that's the beautiful part of the Lord. Now, in this ministry, you're going to have men that look up to certain men and inspire, but the Lord doesn't, and also meditating on King David. King David, thousands of years ago, no one in their right thought of mind at that time thought that David would be the next one to come up. And that's the same thing that's going to happen with the unexpected in this gospel. And it's soon going to be revealed. It's soon going to be revealed. The underdogs, the ones which are not the high and mighty, are going to be revealed. Alright, because you never know. The Most High might have it in a way where all the ancient prophets, all the major prophets are the newcomers. Right? The newcomers in the gospel. They might not even know many verses. Okay? The Most High is a mysterious power. He doesn't process or deal the way man thinks. Man thinks in a certain pattern, but the Lord's way of reasoning is understandable in the eyes of men. You can't understand the way the Most High does things. Verse 12, for as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without law, and as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by law. Alright, and also you have to also understand that when it comes to the law, statutes, and commandments, you have to be very careful in how You teach men because you don't want to teach the laws and you're transgressing the laws. You don't want to tell people the commandments and you're breaking the commandments, because that will classify you as a hypocrite. So, anyways, I'm going straight into it, and this is the reason why it's very essential that we really understand the reason why we are in this. Okay, not to respect man, not to beg friend or be an ass kisser. And when the video of well, there's a couple of things I've seen, and listen, I'm just gonna say how it is. When I uploaded the Great Millstone video of Apostle Gabar saying that King Solomon is well ra- performing rainbow activities, and the swear words that we're seeing on the other video, which was on the podcast, um, no one made any statements. And the reason why no statements were made is because people understand that it's wrong. And no one has made a video saying that it is wrong. Even America being destroyed in the year 2000, no one has made statements saying that it was wrong. Why is that? Because of respecter of persons. All right, and that's the reason why the Lord is not dealing with that spirit of respecter of person. Even when Peter went off, what did the Apostle Paul do? Okay, what did the Apostle Paul do to Peter when Peter refrained himself from those of the uncircumcision? I believe that's in Galatians. See if I can find it. Okay, let's get it. Um, Galatians chapter 2, starting at verse 6. It says, "But of these who seem to be somewhat, whatsoever they were, it maketh no matter to me. God accepteth no man's person." Beautiful. Okay, the Most High doesn't accept no man's person. It says, "For they who seemed to be somewhat in conference added nothing to me. But contrariwise, when they saw that the gospel of the uncircumcision was committed unto me, as the gospel of the circumcision was unto Peter, for he that wrought effectually in Peter to the apostleship of the circumcision, the same was mighty in me towards the Gentiles. And when James, Caiaphas, and John, who seemed to be pillars, perceived the grace that was given unto me, they gave to me and Barnabas the right hand of fellowship, that we should go unto the heathen, and they unto the circumcision." Okay, only they would that we should remember the poor, the same which I also was forward to do. But when Peter was come to Antioch, I withstood him to the face. Hang on a second. The Apostle Paul went to Peter face to face because he was to be blamed. Okay? It was the Apostle Paul like, oh, you know what? I'm a lesser apostle than Peter, so let me just keep quiet. Let me just keep silent. No. Paul still rebuked Peter regardless of his position inside the ministry. It says, "For before that certain came from James, he did eat with the Gentiles." All right, so when James was around, he ate with the Gentile Israelites. Okay, and that's referring to actual Israelites, not literal, natural Gentiles. But when they were come, he withdrew and separated himself, fearing them which were of the circumcision. So Peter actually refrained himself when the Israelites of the circumcision came. Why is that? Because he was being a respecter of persons, caring about people's opinion. Like, oh, if they see me around this person, these other people are gonna look at me a certain way, right? And it says, and the other Jews dissembled likewise with him. You see, and one man can make other people do be a respecter of person, because when that whole thing begins, yeah, with worshipping of man. Because when one person respects another person, kissing, ass kissing, you're gonna have other people that are also gonna follow the leader, follow the leader, and ass kiss too as well. Alright? And other Jews dissembles likewise with him, insomuch that Barnabas also was carried away with their dissimulation. You see, you can see that little level of respect of person affected other people, and it also affected Barnabas too as well. But when I saw that they walked not uprightly, all right, so Paul stood out. He was like, all these guys are going off, man. All of them. According to the truth of the gospel, I said unto Peter before them all, if thou, being a Jew, livest after the manner of Gentiles, and not as do the Jews, why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? We who are Jews by nature and not sinners of the Gentiles. So that's the point. So be direct. Be like the Apostle Paul. The Apostle Paul told Peter to his face and said, listen, Peter, you're going off. Because when the uncircumcised, uh, uh, when the circumcised Israelites came around, you separated yourself. And not only did you separate yourself, other people got influenced and separated themselves as well, including Barnabas. Okay? And Paul had to rebuke all of them, beginning with Peter. And that's why that respecting of man's spirit, the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. That respecting of man's spirit. And Peter did it, Barnabas did it, and other people got influenced and did it. And we're seeing the same thing happen again, where people are respecting, ass kissing man. And this just shows me that anybody can do it. If Peter can do it, listen, how many other people can do it? You saw the domino effect when Peter did it. So anyways, yeah, man, understand that respecting a person's spirit, the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Ain't dealing with that at all. At all. But anyways, call Allah, Yabashim Yashai. Shalom.